invite anyone who wants to bless Tita Precy's body with holy water to please come up. Don't worry, she won't wake up. The water's a little bit warm.
I got to see her a lot because the senior home was on the way from school. So I got to see her when I can. In the last few months, her memory was fading, and sometimes she forgot who I was. So every time I saw her the past few weeks, to no fail, we had the same exact conversation. Sino ito nakatayo? Guapo. Who is standing here? Handsome. Boyfriend mo? Your boyfriend. Che, loko ito. Whatever, you crazy. Guapo kasi kawig ni Lolo Sok, diba? Handsome because I resemble Grandpa, right? And then she'd wink at me. I swear, sometimes I thought Alzheimer's dementia was just a joke that was on me. She was partial to her grandchildren, and in many ways, I credit that I've grown into a strong, confident person, head up high no matter the situation. When I was younger, I can't say I got into trouble too frequently, but when I did, it was all bad. They say hell has no wrath like a woman's fury. Clearly, they haven't met my mom, but Nanay was always my lawyer. Whenever I drew the wrath of my mom, Nanay was always there to protect me. To my Nanay, she was just being grandmotherly. To my mom, Nanay was interfering with my mom teaching me consequences of my actions. But to me, Nanay was instilling a sense of confidence, and that no matter the authority I'm facing, no matter the magnitude of adversity, there will always be someone looking out for me and protecting me. It certainly gives me confidence to this day to speak my mind, no matter the audience, and to act however I see fit despite the doubts. So Nanay, I know you still got my back. Don't forget to check on me every once in a while. Keep me out of too much trouble. But while you're up there, say hey to Lola for me. We miss you both. I love you, Nanay. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Reina, and I am the daughter of Nanay's youngest son. When I received news of Nanay's passing earlier this week, on Sunday, which was the day before my birthday, I asked myself, why today? Why on my birthday? I was so heartbroken. What should have been a day of celebration for me turned out to be one of the most depressing and sorrowful days of my life. But one of my best friends told me something I will never forget. She said, "You have two things to be thankful for. A life well lived for your Nanay, and many more years to come for you." My aunts had told me that it is a good omen that Nanay had passed on my birthday. They say that, in a way, it means I will pick up where she left off and continue her legacy. I can only hope to follow in her footsteps. She has always been a very loving and caring grandmother to me and my cousins. She was our biggest fan. She always told us how proud she was to have grandchildren like each one of us. When she would smile, I knew that the look in her eyes was genuine love and joy. When she was still living in the house on Dillon Street, she would be seated on the couch, and she'd ask me to sit in her lap. Even when I grew to be twice her size, she would still ask me to sit in her lap. Nanay would always give me $5 whenever I came to visit her, even if it was the last few dollar bills she had left in her wallet. Her love and generosity was endless. She'd always call me Reina ng Kumintan. I never asked her what that name meant, but my dad says it means the queen who shines brightly. I will never forget the way she would greet me or say goodbye. She would hold my head in her two hands, and she'd kiss my forehead, and she'd press her nose on my top of my head. My cousins and I are all very lucky to have grown up with Nanay. We are all blessed to have shared a bond with our grandma. Sorry. She was loving to all of us. The other day, my dad was looking at a picture of me and my cousins. We were standing in front of Nanay's house. And in the background, you could see Nanay sitting on the porch. And she was watching us from where she sat. My dad, thinking out loud, said, "Wala na si Nanay." And I said, "She will continue to look down upon us." Although I mourn our loss, I know that we should celebrate Nanay's life. She lived to see all of her children grow up and have their own families. We are all fortunate to have been part of this extraordinary woman's life. I love you, Nana.
Excuse me. I'm Charles. I'm the son of Zenaida, who was Nanay's only daughter. I gotta say, it was difficult coming up with what to say tonight. Not because it was hard to think of any one thing to say, but there's just so many things to say. Most of my first 5 years of life I spent with Nanay. My parents were working, so she was responsible for a lot of who I am today. People say I'm respectful, and I definitely learned that from her. And Vincent touched upon her sense of humor in most situations, and I can say she gave me a healthy dose of that as well. I remember she used to pick me up from pre-K every day for a whole year, and she would take me on the bus with her, and I was a chubby kid, and I remember I used to get mad at the bus drivers for for making my grandma pay for me, and she would always tell me, no, it's okay, it's only fair. And I guess fairness is something that I take with me from her. It's really hard for me to sum up into words how much Nanay means to me. She might not be with us any longer here, but in our hearts and the lessons that she taught us all, she can never really die. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rani Liz, the youngest out of all the grandchildren and the daughter of Ron. And although Nanay knows me as good, because whenever she'd ask me how I am, I'd always answer good. And okay, I did not really get to spend much time with her because I live all the way in San Diego. So I was not really in LA as much to always be around her and have as many memories as my other cousins have with her. But I do remember some of the things about her and certain memories we shared together. I remember when every time I would sit on the couch with Nanay in her house, we'd always talk about the bands I like and the concerts I go to. And every time I'd show her pictures of the bands and stuff, and she'd always tell me which one her favorite was and which one was good looking to her. And also, every time I always saw her, she always gave me $5 as well. And she'd always kiss me on the head and she was just always there for me, even though I wasn't always there in LA with her. And some of the traits I really loved about Nanay is that she was always comforting, kind, giving, caring, loving, strong, always happy, and so much more. I definitely know I'll miss Nanay, but at the same time, I know she's in a better place now. Nanay will always remain in my heart, and I love her so much. And I'll never forget her, even though I wasn't able to spend so much time with her. Thank you.
Know me, I'm the youngest among the brothers. 6 siblings, 5 boys, 1 girl. So I was this for the last 9 months. Mom, it's really deteriorating. So just me and my sister and my brother Ron kind of take alternate to visit her. So you will tell to yourself, Mom, you really accomplished a lot, So raising 6 kids, 2 of them are retired United States Navy, and 2 of them Los Angeles Police Department forensic fingerprint specialist, and 1 of them is also a retired police officer in the Philippines, now living here, and the female one, which is my sister, United States Postal Office. What really accomplishment for being a mom, really simple like that. Growing up, she told us that she only completed 4th grade, and because she lost her umbrella, her dad said, from now on, Precy, you will take care of your sibling. You're not going to go to school anymore. But for her determination, she got married at 16 or 18, I believe. And my dad told her, you know what? You have to go to school and take dressmaker or seam maker. so that we can help out. So for many, many years, she never stopped working. She was a dressmaker, and then she also get into a wet market. She's still getting to selling some vegetable. And then when she came over here, when we came over in 1982, she never stopped. She's still, Ren, you know what, I'm gonna look for a job. And then she helped out us too. She also landed to do some clothing business. So for being a 4th grade, and then completed and raised 6th kid, and that's really quite an accomplishment. And growing up with my mom, she's really very humble. Our neighbor always kind of argue with her and tell her taking advantage and everything. She's like, Mom, why you were just always taking their comment? Well, you know.
O Jesus, ilumin mo